Hey word wizards, let's explore figures of speech. Today it's all about assonance. Assonance is like rhyme's cooler cousin. It's about repeating vowel sounds. So buckle up, word nerds. Let's start. Okay, let's break it down. Assonance is when you have the same vowel sound popping up in words that are close together. Think of it like this. The cat sat on the mat. See how the A sound repeats in cat, sat, and mat? That's assonance in action. So why do we even care about assonance? Is it just some fancy literary term that English teachers use to torture us? Well, no, not really. Assonance actually serves a purpose. When you hear those vowel sounds repeating, it creates a kind of musical effect. It can make your writing sound more lyrical, more rhythmic, more pleasing to the ear. It's like adding background music to your words, but instead of instruments, you're using vowels. Alright, enough with the theory. Let's look at some examples. You know that saying, the early bird catches the worm? Well, guess what? That's assonance. See how the E sound repeats in early and bird? It's that subtle repetition that makes the saying so catchy and memorable. Okay, here's another one. I must confess that in my quest, I felt depressed and restless. Hear how the E sound keeps popping up? Confess, quest, depressed, restless. It's like a symphony of sounds. Let's try a happier example, shall we? Hear the mellow wedding bells. This time it's the E sound again, repeating in mellow and wedding. Alright, let's switch gears again. How about this? The crumbling thunder of seas. The repetition of the U sound in crumbling and thunder is like a sonic boom. It's powerful. It's intense. Now you might be thinking, okay, assonance is cool and all, but is it just for simple sayings and sentences? What about real literature? Well, my friend, assonance is everywhere in literature. Take, for example, this famous line from William Wordsworth. Would be rational peace, a philosopher's ease. Hear how the E sound repeats in peace and ease? It's like a gentle echo, emphasizing the sense of solemn serenity. And here's another example, this time from the American poet Sylvia Plath. You stand at the blackboard, Daddy. This line is practically overflowing with assonance. You've got the A sound in stand and blackboard, but you've also got the A sound in Daddy. It's like Plath was deliberately trying to create a sense of melancholy and isolation through her use of assonance. Now, before we wrap things up, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the alliteration in the alphabet. People often confuse assonance with alliteration, and understandably so. They're both figures of speech that rely on repetition, but there's one key difference. Remember, assonance is all about repeating vowel sounds, while alliteration is all about repeating consonant sounds, specifically at the beginning of words. So, she sells seashells by the seashore is alliteration because of the repeated SE sound. And that's a wrap on assonance. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the basic definition to some pretty profound examples. Remember, it's all about those repeating vowel sounds and the effect they create. So go forth, my little word wizards, and start listening for assonance everywhere you go. You'll be surprised how often it pops up in everyday speech, music, poetry, you name it. The possibilities are endless. See you next time.